Welcome to the second podcast of the Truro and Colchester Chamber of Commerce. And today we have a couple special guests joining us, and we're going to talk about Valentine's Day. So please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name's Emily. I'm the sales manager at the Hampton Inn Suites here in Truro.
And I'm Heidi. I'm the Director of Sales at the Inn on Prince Hotel and Conference Center here in Truro.
Okay, so we have two representatives of two of our fairly large accommodations here in the Truro region. And I'm just going to ask Emily first, why is tourism important in this region?
Well, it's important because it boosts revenue of the economy and creates jobs for people living here.
Okay, and Heidi, why is there an appeal to staying local?
Tourism is important because it does, it helps build pride in your community. It's a personal investment in your own backyard. You're helping local business and the people that work in your community.
Well, we would be remiss if we didn't mention that COVID-19 has had an impact on our tourism industry here in the province. So Heidi, what are some of the things that you've seen different over the past year compared to other years?
Well, aside from the obvious, our business is certainly down. However, we are starting to see some people who are booking meetings that otherwise wouldn't have when their office space won't accommodate their current group of staff. And so we're benefiting that way. We're not seeing as much catering, though. People are still a little bit nervous. And the folks that have the big conferences already booked are looking at alternate dates, and they're just kind of keeping an eye on things. But everybody still wants to convene. Everyone wants to get together. Everyone still needs to do their AGMs. So we're waiting and seeing and hoping.
So what are some of the most stark changes you've seen from the past year compared to previous years?
Just to echo basically what Heidi said, I mean, just the changes in the meetings we're seeing and the guests we see come through. And I guess the booking patterns, stay patterns, what the guest is looking for. We really had to make some adjustment on the information we're offering and how we set everything up and how we cater, how we do our meetings. So I'd say that's the biggest change in terms of our hotel.
Okay, well, we have a special occasion coming up. Valentine's Day, mid-February. I'm sure we all have big hearts drawn on February 14th, which just happens to be a Sunday this year. So, Valentine's Day could be a weekend celebration if people wanted it to.
That's
so,
true.
Heidi, do you celebrate Valentine's Day?
I do not. No, I am a conscientious objector. I oppose Hallmark holidays, but I'm all about family fun weekends and making the time to get away with family, and any occasion to show your loved one that they're loved is a good one. So.
Yeah.
Great. What about you, Emily?
I do. I usually do, whether it be with a partner or a friend. I usually do celebrate and take part.
No, I think those cinnamon hearts we all grew up with. It's that one time a year that you look forward to finding those at the point of sales. The other part about Valentine's Day is we know, certainly as a business community, special occasions tend to be an attractive time for people to get out and experience something new or spend some dollars on something that they wouldn't traditionally be purchasing while, sharing their love. And instead of traditional flowers and chocolates, let's maybe talk about a few of the things that we could encourage people to take in locally, that if they were thinking of a way to celebrate a Valentine's Day, what could they do?
Lots of local restaurants are offering dining, and if you're not feeling comfortable going out for supper, they have the takeout options. I know. I saw Truro Buzz has their Buzz Box with lots of local products that's available. I believe they're shipping it or it's available for pickup. And I also saw Triangle Events has a personalized heart card with a chocolate sucker. So you can order that for a loved one. And I think they are delivering those.
That's a cute idea.
Yeah,
Nice.
That's cool. Yeah.
Heidi, what's some of the things you would suggest people do on Valentine's?
Well, without overstating the obvious, they could come stay at our hotels and make a night of it. We also have some, interesting package options that include wine and dessert and whatever else you want to make a night out of it with. I also thought a sleigh ride, something outside with a few other couples. I think that's kind of a romantic way to spend an evening. And there's lots of local activity if you wanted to go skating at Civic Square, snowshoeing at Victoria Park, of course. Lots of things.
So certainly, chocolates are one thing that is a tradition at Valentine's Day, and we have a chocolatier, Appleton Chocolates. Have either of you ever tried their product?
Yeah.
Right on. So they're located in Tatamagouche, and I would say nearby to that is also Tatabrew, and there's a lovely bakery on the main street and a coffee maker. So if they're or coffee roaster. So certainly a day trip out that way, taking in some scenery, seeing some different things. Caldera's just down the road in River John if somebody wanted to sample that. So what are some other places people could stop by and experience something like that?
Sugar Moon Farm, are they open for pickup? I don't think they're allowing dine-in, but then the
Takeout
activity of it all, though, is still available,
snowshoes
right?
as well.
There you go.
Right,
Yeah.
and they have beautiful, beautiful trails up there on Rogart Mountain.
And I think you can still shop the products, and it's
right.
It's like within COVID-19 for like guidelines. You know
what no one talks about at Sugar Moon Farm? The Earltown grocery store just down the road from it. Isn't that the best little spot? Have you ever been in there?
I have to go there.
It is the cutest place. Like for a Sunday drive to stop and get a loaf of bread or something out there. And the people that own it and run it are just super passionate. And anyway,
there's definitely a place you could fall in love on Valentine's Day. The minute you walk in and you smell the smell of fresh cooked homemade bread, it's elevating your spirits.
It's a great little store.
So certainly on the way to Tatamagouche, one could pop into Raging Crow, maybe have a few samples there. Another distillery in the area, Coldstream Clear, if someone wanted to go the opposite direction, maybe Halifax down to Stewiacke. And I believe the Shubenacadie Wildlife Park is open on weekends. So, you could take the family or friends or a partner and go for a stroll through the park, see some of the animals in their winter habitat. So if we talk about some of the baked goods in the local area, what would be one of your favorite treats?
Chocolate. I'm chocolate all the way. Traditional. I love getting the heart box with I love it. Yeah.
Because there's certainly a number of local bakeries that would have beautiful cupcakes or decorated cookies. Some may even have a takeaway do-it-yourself kit for at home. So if you wanted to play with the frosting in a less controlled environment and sprinkle some sprinkles, you could certainly look into some of our local bakeries and pick those up.
I saw Novelty posting some pretty amazing pictures lately of their little baked items that go on. I don't know if they're... What is it? Is it a storefront still that they're, or the farmers market only?
Interesting you bring up the farmers market. So on Saturdays, the farmers market is open, and if anyone's looking to show a little local love and show some appreciation to our producers and crafters, if you were looking for a little special something for someone, you could certainly find something at the Truro Farmers Market that is unique that you're not going to find anywhere else.
Definitely.
So Emily, if you were to maybe do a day with some self-care, what would you like to do if it was Valentine's Day on your own and you were looking to have a little you time? What would you choose to do?
I would have a bottle of wine for sure and my chocolates, and probably treat myself to maybe a mani-pedi or something. That's what I would enjoy. But I'd also enjoy, I love going outside and doing activities as well. So I might check out something local like Victoria Park, or if there is snow on the ground, snowshoeing. I'm not going to say skating, that's probably not anything that you should see me doing, but other people might enjoy that. But that's where you'd find me. Yeah.
So for me, I like to do a little shopping. I like to, pop in and find something just for me, something a little special that you wouldn't normally buy. So something like that would be a nice way to celebrate a special occasion. What about you, Heidi?
I was going to say the same. An afternoon of window shopping on English Street is always good. I love my home apparel and little locally made items, and stop for a hot chocolate, and it's a good way to spend an afternoon.
Well, certainly Jean's Flowers will be very busy helping customers with their orders, we hope, and we hope lots of people show them some love on Valentine's Day, supporting the jobs that they have in the community. And they also have lovely gifts. Like a lot of times we think of Jean's Flowers and gifts as, mostly flowers, but the selection that they have of gifts is tremendous. And who can think about Valentine's Day without thinking about jewelry? So English Jewelers is certainly one of those places where you can find the item that's just right to express yourself. So if we talk about, our area where we live as a whole, like what are some of the things that you love about Truro and Colchester?
Oh, definitely the sense of community, for sure. And the access to, you're really within an hour of anything you want to do. If you want to go down to Halifax, if you want to go to Tatamagouche, you have access to so many unique activities, unique retail shops, great restaurants. That's why I love to live here.
Hey, what about you, Heidi?
Very much the same sentiments for me, actually. It's a very engaged community. People are so involved and ready to help each other out. The business sector works well with each other. Yeah. And you have access to all your city amenities.
Without the traffic.
It's still a small town feel. It's perfect. And if it's not to be found here, it's not very far from here. So,
Nice. So I guess I'm just sort of thinking of a few other things that people might be able to do. What about sitting at the Fundy Discovery site on that new amphitheater that they bought, and you can watch the tide roll in? I think that would be a nice weekend excursion for a family. They certainly have done a great job out there having a playground and facilities.
Lots of places to sit.
And parking certainly is great. We mentioned the Civic Square and the opportunity there, whether you're skating or not, but it's a nice place just to go walk around the oval.
It's beautiful at night when you drive down Prince Street.
At Christmas it was
beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
And that, of course, is one of those anchors in our historic downtown where we have some really interesting architecture from our longevity as a town of Truro. Certainly our early home builders put a lot of character on those homes, and you can see that under the street lights at night. And then, anyone that's feeling really ambitious and wants to get out, Ski Wentworth is a great option.
Yes.
Going out, cuddling up on the chairlift and then going down the hill. Make sure your mittens are warm. You might want to try and find yourself a pair of Bernie's mittens for that trip. And there's more unique things like Enter the Bunker in DeBert would have some options.
I haven't been out there, but I wanted to try it. I wanted to see it.
Well, certainly, like with the variety of things that they do offer, with their escape rooms and their tours, their laser tag, there's a real range of things depending on the age group and what your interests are that you can try. And of course, our beautiful Victoria Park with endless trails. That's something that many people of all ages can go
enjoy. Definitely.
And so our Colchester Historium, again, in downtown Truro, is one of those places that welcomes visitors throughout the year and captures a lot of who we are, of our community, and where we've come from, and certainly a bit about the people that have contributed greatly to their area. So one of the things about how close we are to everything, building on what Emily said, we are Truro and Colchester, but there's things that are just on the cusp of where we are. And one of those places, which is of interest, would be in Scottsburn, where there is a ranch, and they've just implemented axe throwing.
Oh, wow.
So now that could be something, if you want something a little bit different on Valentine's Day, that you want to go out and try your hand at something completely different, that would be a great place to go. And certainly all of our restaurants in the area would appreciate support.
Definitely.
You know, having takeout or eating in, no matter how you're able to support them, it would be a great idea.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I guess from your perspectives, I know Valentine's Day is that time when people can, you know, share with loved ones, but at the same time they can share their love with their community. As we think about Valentine's Day and people are, you know, sharing love for one another, what are some ways, what's some advice you can give to people for sharing love for their community?
Definitely shop local. I mean, the businesses in our area need your support so much right now, and there's so many businesses that maybe you haven't discovered yet, and this would be a perfect time to really get to know what's in Truro and surrounding areas, and shop local. Check out if it's in the community first, maybe before you buy online from far away. That'd be my advice. And also, if you're not sure where to start, ask somebody in the community that maybe would know. That's, you know, there's so many people in our business community that would be willing to direct you to our services. So just reach out if you're, you know, I'm looking for a product, not exactly sure where to find it. Reach out to somebody who works in our community and they'll definitely help you.
Okay, that's great. Well, I'm going to offer a huge thank you to the two of you for coming in to spend some time with the Chamber of Commerce on your very busy days. And of course, if anyone is looking for products, services in the community, they can always visit our website or call the Chamber office. We're more than happy to recommend our members and hopefully point people in the direction to support them as well. So I would like everyone to remember to think local first and love where you live.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks.